Hello. So today in your science journal, we're going to quickly just do a little predicting and observations. And so in your math journal, the last page you have written on should be having to talk about introducing heat or taking away heat. Just a reminder, remember when you introduce heat, when you make something a solid hotter, it'll melt. And if you continue to make that go from the melting, which would turning the solid to a liquid, if you continue to add the heat, it would change into expand and evaporate, which would be from a liquid to a gas. And just remember, coming back the opposite direction, if I start to take away heat or cool it down, the water vapors will cool down and turn into a liquid, which is condensation, and then the liquid, if it gets reduces even more heat, takes away more heat, it'll be frozen and it'll become a solid. So this is just an example of, very first thing is I want you to write down is describe a marshmallow. Okay? Write down what you think of marshmallow, describe a marshmallow. A lot of the students, they said they're soft, it's smushy, it's squishy, it's sweet. In this case, the color of it is white. And so that's what they described it as. And they said it was a solid. A lot of ones, they said it was a solid. They said it was a very interesting solid because it was soft and squishy. So then I had the next step was the next line is you're going to predict what would happen when you add heat. So I had some things, and a lot of people said it would melt. Some other students said that that they didn't know what would happen. So I got to actually show them to them. So I'm actually going to pull this screen over here for the students to see. Hold on a second while I bring it back here. So we're going to go back to the beginning. And this is just a quick little example of what it will look like. And that actually confused a lot of the kids. They were really kind of like, oh, what, Mr. Hazen, why in the world did that happen? And what I had to explain to them is that this was actually a really interesting case that because it was squishy, it has some really microscopic air pockets in there. And inside the air, there would be gas in there. And that was actually, when we heated it up, actually, the gases expanded, which made the marshmallow actually swell up instead. So it was just a cool little thing. My major thing was just to see if the prediction, and if their prediction was right or wrong. And that's what they did. And they figured that out after they wrote down what they observed. And their observation was that a lot of them said that it was the marshmallow swelled up, it inflated. So it was a very cool little thing. So that was our quick little science lesson for today. And we're going to work on tomorrow adding mixtures. Right. Hold on. And this is for my homeroom. Our social studies lesson. You're going to go to page 32. Let me pull it up. Our social studies lesson is page 32. Measuring distance. I need you to read this carefully, and then I need you to find the distance between Houston and Washington, D.C. based on the scale in your book. All right. Well, have a great day.